On April 4th of 1968, Dr. King was assassinated. Over that weekend that followed, the nation exploded. Our student organization tried to figure out how, as we as a student group, could respond in a way that would respect and honor Dr. King and contribute constructively to change at the university. The group asked me to draft a list of 7 demands that we then communicated to the offices of University President Malcolm Moos.
So they went to talk to the administration in our Morrill Hall administrative building on campus, and they weren't being heard.
It's at that point that we decided to occupy Morrill Hall in a direct, nonviolent action in the spirit of Dr. King.
So there were some of us who then protected those students and, made sure they had food and that police weren't harassing them. Through their effort and the effort of a lot of white kids on the campus as well, supported our students, and they all stood arm to arm in the Morrill Hall takeover.
In '69, it was a game changer. The students knew it. We want Black faculty, we want a department. One of the things that the demands focused on is that we want students from the neighborhoods. We want students from the north side of Minneapolis. We want students from central St. Paul. And we know that those students are working class.
When we entered Morrill Hall, we fully expected to be arrested and jailed. The fact that ultimately we were not was in part testimony to the administration's unwillingness to become a scene of national dismay in the context of a set of demands that President Moos himself would say were, quote, eminently reasonable.
In many ways, he had no choice. That's the power of student organizing, and that was the power of the civil rights movement back then.
The takeover ended with a set of concessions. Support to fund a national Black student conference and the creation of Department of African American and African Studies.
Warren Tucker or Rosemary Freeman or Horace Huntley, John Wright, Professor Frank Wilderson. The mere fact that we have what's called a Black Studies Department or the Department of African American and African Studies, we would not be here if it wasn't for those students. We got a freestanding Black Studies Department with a core set of faculty, with an independent budget. Wow.
This Free North is a TPT Partnerships co-production of the Office of Student Affairs at the University of Minnesota and Twin Cities PBS.